I just realized something quite profound, which is every job is different. Now that sounds really trite and obvious, which it is, but it's so true. I've noticed with work, people often try to repeat what they've done in other jobs in this job, and or this time, within the job you have, you treat everything in the same way. But when you do painting and decorating and gardening jobs, they're just so different that you have to sort of start from scratch and treat it in a different way, with different tools, different approach, different everything. And the only thing you have really is your experience and maybe your tools to go to fall back on and do stuff. And what that means is that various things is that my message generally is gardening and painting, decorating, and the kind of jobs I do are jobs that anybody can do. And in this day when everybody's worried about AI taking away all the work and, focusing on high-end jobs in offices with bureaucratic application procedures that are so difficult and heart-crushingly disappointing, and they can just put you off trying to get a job, put you off life. So I just avoid that whole thing because it's just a nightmare. I've only applied for a couple of jobs my whole life, and I've been working my whole life, so that tells you a lot. But I also realized that there's something really interesting here about books, because when you're doing a book, you have to start from scratch, start from the beginning, and you don't well, unless you're one of those Clancy types, you knock out serials, you have to start from scratch. And even if you are a thriller writer doing the same series, you have to do a new plot every time. So it just makes me realize that there's so much in common with that starting again idea. And it's the same with jobs. Like when I used to do PR and fundraising for charities, I had to start again every single time. And particularly with fundraising and PR, you can't just recreate the old stuff. I remember talking to somebody about a PR job, and their main question was, who are your contacts in the media? And I was like a bit evasive and non-committal because I don't really have any. I'm not that kind of PR consultant who builds up their network and then goes drinking with their friends and I scratch your back, you scratch mine. No, none of that. I start from scratch every time, and at the moment I'm thinking about how to promote my book, and having contacts is actually useless if you haven't got a good idea. I might have great media contacts, but if I haven't got a great book with a great idea, they're not going to be interested. Of course they're not, because they've got to get the thing into the paper or the radio, whatever it is you're doing. So what I've got to do now for my book is I've got to come up with a new idea. What is the new idea? Or what's the relevant idea? And actually I can answer that one, which is that the idea is everyone's worried about jobs, how to get a job. And my idea is I've got a book about getting jobs, and it's not all boring and depressing and about high tech. It's not a how-to book. It's not a book about doing high-end, fancy, clever, intellectual office jobs. It's about doing jobs that anybody can do. Anyway, I hope that all makes sense. And if it does, leave a comment below. If it doesn't, and you think I'm talking absolute crap, leave a message below also, because I want to hear from you.